everybody. We're going to try to do this as quick as possible, so leave your hands up. I'm trying to get as many questions as possible. We'll have Coach DeBoer begin with his opening statement, and we'll take questions after that.
Yeah, you bet. Proud of the guys today. Staff and everyone just putting a good week of work in, and I could really feel it Tuesday morning. I thought it was a great practice, and I told the guys downstairs, that was something that felt and got us off to a pretty good start. Wednesday was the same thing, and it led to a day where we're out there and playing hard and doing our thing, and just proud of the resiliency at times that we have, whether it's week to week, even within a game, but our focus, I think, was on the right things all week long, focusing on this game, focusing on what we could control, and that's what I shared with them downstairs. I do want to say one thing: we're undefeated at home, and that's a big part to do with our fan base. Out there right at the very end, and just the energy in the stadium. Today just all day from the time we pull up and do the walk to the very end, and that's been every single week. There is definitely a home field advantage that we feel when we're here, and want to give a lot of thanks to the fans for being here today, for being here with us all season long. So it was a fun night for our guys winning the Iron Bowl. It's a big deal, as everyone knows, and for us, again, did the things that we needed to do to put ourselves in a chance to win.
Coach, start with the back line, Nick.
Kalen, as far as your, I know you just came off the field, but what would be your pitch as to why your team should be in the college football playoff?
Well, I think, everyone's aware of our schedule, and I don't know the exact stats, but I know we beat 4 top 25 teams throughout the year. And I don't know how many, if anyone's done that. And so, when you talk about the schedule and what it is week to week, it's just a grind. And, having to come back every week, that's really the only conference that has to do that is ours. And, that's what I would say. And, we won 5 of our last 6. And so, playing physical football, I think we've continued to excel in that area. We were what the game's all about. So, I think those are 2, pretty big deals. We beat some high-quality teams that are still, out there, I believe, playing some good ball themselves. And, then just winning 5 of the last 6 at the back half of the season.
Go to the back right, Colin.
Hey, Kalen. We kind of saw Jalen, going around the perimeter, kind of having his moment there late. I'm just curious from your perspective, looking at the impact that Jalen Monroe has had on your first year, and kind of you've seen him kind of take in that moment. What has he been like to you, and both on the field, off the field? What has he been for you?
Yeah, just we talk about resiliency for our team. I think that's that's a good word to use for him. It's hard being the quarterback of any football team. I think it's hard being a quarterback of a team that, in a program that expects to win every game. And, the ball's in his hands a lot, right? We throw with him, and I think he was, probably 70% or so, 18 for 24, and then obviously running the football. That's not just tonight. That's, a lot of what he brings to the table, and we he facilitates a lot of moving parts, and you can had some good conversions. I know there's always a play or two that you always want back, but he just continues to stay the course. I thought, him coming back after a couple plays there in the fourth quarter and making some big third down throws, guys helping him make plays too, and I thought throughout the course of the game, even the ones that were incomplete, I thought he had some, put him in a pretty good spot. And so was just really proud of the way he played tonight, and, continue to be resilient, continue to just stay the course, and help us win the football game.
Front left, Tony.
Yeah, with this win, you equaled the school record for most wins by a first-year coach. Just what does that mean to you? And then also, can you kind of reflect back on what this season's been like for you as well?
Yeah, I guess it's always about the team. It's always, any wins I get are always about the team and the staff and everything we do. And so, there's more that I wish we would have had, you know, and that's the way I look at it. But, you know, from a season standpoint, highs and lows, you know, that's a part of any program. Championship programs go through the same thing each and every year, you know. And I guess again, I go back to the way I just care about these guys, you know. And I think we've really grown closer together the last half of the season as a team, the staff and players just really connecting, a love for each other that I think really has grown here the last you know, 3, 4, 5 games. I think the hard times bring you closer, and you can see the response. And you know, I wish everyone could see be in that locker room right now. And it's not this crazy party going on downstairs. It's a lot of just love and care for each other and smiles and you know, that's what it's all about. You know, coming together each and every week. The ups and downs, and so yeah, it's, you know, it's been a great ride in a lot of ways. Obviously, there's times when, you know, you'd love to have a few things go a little bit better.
Go to the front right now, Charlie.
Yeah, hey, Coach. Over here. You guys leaned on Jam in the run game. I think he had a career high 28 carries, and also Jeremy was targeted 10 times, had over 100 yards. Just what do those guys mean for you guys offensively tonight? Yeah,
There's a lot of guys that are always critical to our success, and you know, you just trust those guys. I think they've been super consistent. They get themselves ready to play, and you know, they're gonna fight and battle for themselves, but our team first and foremost. And you know, there's some hard yards for all those guys. And you asked about Jam, and that was certainly the case till the very end. I thought, you know, Jerm coming up with some of those big third down catches. You know, he's just steady, you know, in that way, and been that way all year as well.
Staying on the right side of the TV.
We saw Malachi make some big plays, big hits tonight. Just kind of how did he, as a fifth year and a captain, kind of set the tone for the physicality on defense tonight?
Yeah, he has. He carried us through some. I mean, tonight's big, but I think it just represents what he is, you know, all season long. And when guys were in and out, or weeks when we were kind of up against it, maybe with some dings, and the rotation wasn't always consistent with some of the play around him with injuries or guys just working through stuff. You know, he just continued to stay the course. And you know, tonight, you know, loved seeing him flying around. You know, his energy in a positive way, you know, being something that everyone feeds off of. And so he loves this place, you know, more than I think anyone could ever imagine. And we see it every day in practice, and it's great when it carries over to the game and you can see it as well.
Got time for a few more questions. We'll start with Chase.
What did you make of the skirmish on the Auburn sideline and how that ended up being a personal foul on Alabama?
Yeah, I mean, I saw a first part of it, and I thought, you know, I mean, I understand there was a piece where we didn't handle it probably as well as we needed to, and so, you know, I don't want to get into it too much. Other than that, I know, you know, felt like there was something that prompted it, but that's about all I know. And you know, it was on the other sideline, so you can't see a lot, but certainly one of those things that got them a little bit of momentum with those yards that they got after that. But you know, it's an emotional game. You know, you put it all year, and it builds up to this, and the game itself, and back and forth, and a lot of momentum swings. And you know, you know, it's not okay, but you know, I understand where the emotions were on both sides. So a lot of people over there, so it's hard for me to really tell what was going on.
Go Stephen, keep it on the left side.
Coach, ever since he got into the lineup in the secondary, we've just seen a growth from Bray Hubbard. What does he bring to the secondary that makes everybody just gel well around him?
He was, you know, just waiting for his opportunity, and while he was waiting, he was getting ready this season, and that's a credit to him. And there's, I think, a lesson that a lot of players that are young, and I know, you know, he's not, you know, a freshman or anything like that, but guys who are waiting for their time that I think can really take from what he did this year. And you know, he's a guy that, again, plays with passion, but he's a really heady player. And then, you know, continue to develop the physical tools each and every week, and the confidence. And, you know, we have belief in him because we know he cares so much. He's really smart. He sees things, and every snap he's playing, he's getting better and better.
All right, we're going to finish up with Anthony Grace.
Coach, what factors allowed Jalen to be so productive with his legs, and how was your first Iron Bowl? Did it live up to the hype?
Yeah, it lived up to the hype. It definitely did. Yeah, with it, he found his times to go make plays, and again, sometimes it was when we dropped back, but he didn't force it. But when the times came, he can go make those plays, and I thought he did a good job of trying to put his head down at times, and then he loves using his speed and getting the corner, and so when he's doing those type of things, we become really hard to defend, and so I was proud of the way he executed a lot of just both the run and the pass, so he made us tough to defend a lot of times today. So again, I thought he threw the ball extremely well, and great completion percentage, even some more that we probably left out there on the football field.
Thanks, Coach.
Awesome. Thank you. Roll Tide.